Okay. So she starts liking pink. He starts liking blue. And then their friends come to visit and they carry it to the next house. And we keep spreading it. Pink is ladylike. So if you're a guy and you have pink, they say, ha.
Now let's wind back the clock back to the 19th century. In those times, both boys and girls were dressed in dresses, predominantly in white. This might seem unusual to our modern sensibilities, but it was done for practical reasons. White clothes were easier to bleach clean, a major consideration in a time before modern washing machines, and dresses, regardless of child sex, allowing for easy diaper change. During this period, there wasn't much emphasis on distinguishing genders among young children, and they were often depicted in art and photos wearing frilly white dresses, almost indistinguishable by our standards. However, as we moved into the early 20th century, retailers started to experiment with the concept of gender-specific clothing. This was when color started playing a major role in differentiating boys' and girls' outfits. Pink was originally associated with boys and blue with girls. This information comes from various trade catalogs and fashion write-ups from that period. For instance, a 1918 publication from the trade publication Earnshaw's Infants Department stated that pink, being a stronger color, was suitable for boys, while blue, being delicate and dainty, was prettier for girls. However, this association didn't stick around for long. Somewhere in the mid-20th century, the color swapped genders.
This gender segregation by colors exploded in the mid-20th century, with Disney's marketing and merchandising strategy, which heavily marketed pink as the signature color for girls and the color blue for boys. Franchises, like Cars, these were often segregated in Disney stores with pink aisles for princesses and blue aisles for action figures. This further reinforced societal norms, until it became a deeply imprinted programming in the minds of many, to associate pink with girls and blue for boys.
It's not just the segregation of toys, it's also the very ideas about gender that are embedded in the toys themselves. Ultimately, our children's interests should never be dictated by the needs of the market, by the needs of corporate profit. Rather, the things that our children play with, they're exposed to, should reflect our deeper values. They should reflect our interests for them.
So they've done real bad things, those guys. So when they hear me talk about pink again now, they'll feel like dying. But you see, I'm only telling the truth. You see, they've deceived the whole world, making ladies believe that pink is their color, because it's called control, mind control. Mind control. And they always try to see how far they can push, how far they can go, and help people drift away from the things of God. That's what they've done for many years now.
So like in the 2000s, if you went to Walmart or Target or your big box stores, you'd have pink princess aisles for girls.
Yeah.
And you'd have the blue military-driven masculine toys for boys.
Exactly, soldiers and stuff.
Yes. So I kind of like wrote about princess programming for girls and warrior programming for boys because, you know, Disney is a military industrial partner, if not completely a corporation for the military industrial complex, and they want to make soldiers. And this has to do, in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinion, with mind control.
The American Psychological Association, APA, describes mind control as the systematic manipulation of an individual's thoughts, beliefs, or behaviors through psychological techniques. In light of this, two common mind control techniques that have been deployed by Disney through the years are MK Ultra Mind Control and Monarch Mind Control.
You know, there are many people who are victims of mind control, and they don't realize that's what has happened to them. For example, the very cardinal sin in the Garden of Eden was a result of mind control. Satan played on the woman's mind, played on her thoughts. You read the scripture in Genesis chapter 3, and you see mind control. And she didn't realize what was going on. But Satan uses the same tricks today, playing on the minds of men. Large